Hi, it's Ann, and today I'm talking about being on the government dole, being enslaved to the government. What I'm thinking and observing through things I've known in my life and seen, and what I'm seeing now is, it used to be anybody that was getting help from the government was really, really in need, and there should be programs for that. But what is happening now, it seems that it doesn't seem it is happening. The government's trying to take over everything and give people all sorts of benefits like phones and all sorts of things that really aren't needs. And they're doing this. Is it for votes? Are they trying to buy people's votes? That's what it is. They give illegals coming into our country, they get rent subsidies, they get food stamps, they get phones. This is ridiculous. Let me tell you a little story. My father was dismissed from the Navy with full disability because he had an accident on a submarine. And by doing that, he got, I believe it was $500 a month for his full disability. Now, he started his own company and became successful. He was an entrepreneur. And when he became successful and didn't need that $500 anymore, he called the government or the veterans and asked to give it back because he wanted some other veteran who needed this money to have it since he didn't need it any longer. But he was told that he couldn't do that. So these government things that are set up to help people, once people don't need them anymore, if they're honorable people and they become successful and want to give it back, the government won't take it back. My father would talk about this often, how wasteful it is. And he wondered, he said, I wonder how many other people are getting things from the government that don't really need them. Now, this was a long time ago, and look what's happening today. People are literally trying to find ways to take things from the government to subsidize their lifestyle, whether that's needed or not. And even successful people are finding angles to get food stamps and all sorts of things to suck off the government. The home I was reared in by my father was one of honor. And my father eventually took that money and gave to all sorts of people throughout his life. He was very generous because he grew up very poor and worked for everything he had. So when he was able to give, he did. So when you think about the difference in that way of thinking and what's going on now, it really makes me sick to my stomach. Although in a moment of frustration, I was thinking, how do you get some of those food stamps? How do I get a free phone? How do I get all that free stuff? I never even thought along those lines. If I couldn't buy it, I didn't think I should have it. If I couldn't pay for it, I didn't think I should have it. And that brings me to credit cards. I was reared at a time where you didn't use credit cards unless you paid them off. Or for a big item that you had to get and needed, then you would pay it off because it was an item you would have for a long time and it was worth paying off. But what's going on now? It seems like people are just using their credit cards for anything. We've become where our economy is based on nothing. It's just, I want, I need, give me. It's so different from the greatest generation, the generation that built this country after World War II to be the most prosperous and strongest country in the world. And now what's happening is it's all being diminished because it's based on nothing. It's people thinking they should have everything right now rather than saving up for it. I was taught to save up for something I wanted. I would save my allowance if I wanted something. I think I got 50 cents from my allowance, and if I wanted a book that cost $2, then I would save for it, or maybe my mom would give me extra to get it. I learned the value of money. I learned the value of things. even though my father became very successful and was able to give me a wonderful life and also to others. So today I'm thinking, and I'm wanting to share this with you, being on the government dole and getting all these things is just the government buying votes. It's enslavement to the government. Is that what we want as a society? Because it's all going to fall in on itself and crash. We need those entrepreneurs in the private sector to stimulate our economy, build our economy. That's what I'm thinking about today, and I would like to hear what you think about this.